right, darlings, it's Michelle Visage, and it's time for another episode of What You Packin'. And today we have the very lovely, all the way from Dallas, Texas, Miss Plastique Tiara.
Hi.
Hi. Look at your snails.
You know, gotta have them on.
Because if you stay ready, you don't get to get ready. How long have you been wearing acrylics?
Like a few months.
And you've been living with them?
Yes, yeah.
And are you liking the fantasy?
I love it. I hate wearing nails because I like to dance when I perform. So I would do a slit and they would like 5 of them will pop off at once. So these, you don't gotta glue them back on.
No, but when they break harder. Because you break down here. And...
True.
So tell me about Drag Race.
Drag Race.
What was it like? Let's start with the phone call. You get the phone call. You're Alyssa Edwards' drag daughter.
Yes, squad.
You get and that means you're Laganja Estrange's drag sister.
Yes, mama.
And Shangela's drag sister.
Yes, squad.
You know, I'm your drag grandmother.
Yes.
Technically.
Technically.
Tell me what your reaction was when you got the call. Did you call Alyssa right away and go, "My help me"?
I just honestly, I had to take it in. Like I had to wait a second and really process because this is what I've always wanted. This is what made me try drag for the first time. So to have the call and to be accepted to be on the show, it was very overwhelming because I've been waiting for it like for years and years. So
not that many years. How
not
old
that
are
many
you?
years. I'm 21.
You're 21, so not many years.
Not that many years.
Because you're the first year you're allowed to be on the show.
Yes, yeah.
So let's talk for a minute about a moment you had on stage explaining your lack of knowledge of pop culture because of growing up in Vietnam with no television. So explain that to me. How old were you when you moved to the States?
10.
You were 10.
Yeah.
And before that, obviously, money's an issue over there, and you had no television. I used to hear stories of people that I know that lived the same way, and they would sneak out to people's houses and kind of watch through windows. Was that a thing?
No, we had one TV, and then our town was so poor that we would have like other people come into our house.
Like a party?
Like literally a TV party. And we would buy like Vietnamese opera shows, like DVDs, and then play them to everyone to watch. Wow. So that was kind of like my childhood growing up. So coming here was a totally different world.
So you get here, and what was the first thing you remember about pop culture, television, anything? What was your earliest memory of I'm in America now?
I guess like Britney Spears and like hearing her. Like.
And did you have a TV when you came to Dallas?
Yes, yeah.
And were you able to then start watching shows?
Yeah, so I didn't know any English. So all I watched was like Disney Channel and Cartoon Network.
Sesame Street should have been.
Trying to learn English from those shows.
And did it work?
Ish. I was in ESL for like 4 years, so it was a struggle, but we got here. Not
only did you get here, you can't even hear an accent. And that brings me to when you were doing a Vietnamese accent for the big acting challenge, which had me laughing so hard.
Thank you.
I was cautioning you because I didn't know if you were Vietnamese at that point. You know, and I said you did it so well, and you said that you really talk like that. You actually really don't. You laid it on thicker.
I'm like, this is my accent now. I'm like trying to like enunciate every word so I sound less Asian than I really am.
But you should celebrate that. It's beautiful.
I mean, I was made fun of for a long time, so in my mind it was always like, okay, don't show it.
You're gonna love yourself so much more than you even give yourself credit for right now, that when you're 40 even, I'll even go to 30, your mind's gonna be blown by all this time you're wasting worrying about your accent or fitting in or whatever the situation is. Tell me what your time was like on the show. I know that you had some ups and downs, and then there was the big moment when Alyssa showed up for a challenge, when you were kind of going through it.
Yeah, Drag Race is a lot different than what people think.
Tell me more.
You know, hearing stories, like I know a lot of girls who's been through this experience, so hearing their story, I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds tough. You know, that sounds really tough. But actually being here and really going through it, like, it's like, wow, this really with your brain.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then in one of your darkest moments, I think, your drag mother shows up to choreograph.
Yes.
How was that for you?
You know, Alyssa is so different. Her personality is so different than mine.
She's insane.
She's literally insane.
That's why we love her.
That's why we love her, yes. But she's so different than me, and I learned from that. She's such a kind-hearted person. It's like so smart, so kind-hearted. So having her there, it was just kind of like this like little like fairy who would just like, bitch, get yourself together, you know? Like, don't be all in your head, don't be shy, don't trying to do what they want you to do. Just be yourself, you know? So I really, really, really needed that. And
It affected you.
yeah, she is definitely 100% herself. And
Oh, yes.
100% her at all times. So seeing her just being herself on set, kind of like, oh, maybe I don't have to act a certain way to get people to like me, you know?
Your aha moment.
Yep, exactly.
And then what happened after that?
And I won the
You won the
challenge.
challenge. It was like Linda came over and tapped you.
Yes,
The good
God.
witch tapped you and you won.
For sure.
Yeah.
I was so proud, so happy, so grateful.
Well, I am happy and grateful for you and everything that you did on this, journey through RuPaul's Drag Race. There is so much ahead of you. You are just a little tadpole. Honestly, there's so much going on in your world, and I can't wait to see it. Let's talk about your fashions for a minute.
Yeah.
So this orange alert was breathtakingly beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank
You added the wings with it.
Uh-huh.
This kind of fire
Yeah.
element. Is that all rhinestones there?
Yeah, it's all rhinestone sheets, and then my designer, he works with like J-Lo, Cardi B.
You bitches
Lil'
are
Kim.
stepping up your game.
I
I go to the 14th Street Atelier.
have no idea how much I work to get all these
Oh,
looks
no, I
together.
do, because you're a baby. So in order to make this happen
Yeah.
on this status and this level is amazing. And I do want to put out there again, you don't have to spend every last dime to be in Drag Race. That's your decision. You decided to put that money into it and do what you got to do to get that money. But in the meantime, they looked stunning. Let's talk about this beautiful Asian masterpiece.
Thank you.
Am I wrong to say it's got an Asian feel to it?
For sure. It's
Okay.
like I kind of want like cherry blossomy, like just on my nude body, very like the final level of like an Asian game where everyone gets to. So V Monique did this for me. She is an awesome designer
Okay.
in Chicago.
Gorgeous. And then she's a bodice.
Yes, she's like a whole corset bodysuit. So I wanted to be like Mugler, like very glamorous, like kind of like armor, very like
It's like dragon scale.
dragon scale,
Yeah.
yeah, but with rhinestones.
And what would you put underneath it? Just a panty?
No, it's actually a panty in itself, so it wraps like it's a bodysuit corset.
So it
too.
goes under. Oh,
So
I
it's
see.
just like
Beautiful.
cinch me in.
What color heel?
Probably nude, nude, because it's like the statement, and I just want it to be like a statement in itself.
Also, a royal blue would be pretty with
I was
that
gonna
too.
say
It is a stunning outfit, and your aesthetic is beautiful, especially being so young. It's like the Violet Chachkis and all these young queens with a really strong aesthetic. Not only do you know what you want to look like and execute it beautifully, you get the design, you get how to position your body. I just want you to keep working on that and keeping your eye on that. Beauty, fashion, statements. I think that's what you are and what you represent.
Yeah, I will. Thank you so
And
much.
I'm really proud of you, Plastique.
Thank you.
And your drag mother and your whole family is going to be proud of you after this.
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Thank you.
I'm trying.
Plastique Tiara on social media,
Yes, plastic tiara, plastic with a QUE tiara. No,
as opposed to what?
just plastic.
Well,
Plastic.
then your name would be Plastic Tiara.
Plastic tiara.
Your name's Plastique Tiara.
Plastic Tiana.
QUE.
That's gonna be Plastic Tiana. That's my fish name.
Plastic Tiana.
It's the family
Plastique
name.
Tiara. There we go. You guys, it's not with a K or a C. It's with a QUE. Plastique Tiara. Thank you so much, sweetheart.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all for watching another episode of What You Pack In. We'll see you next time right here. Bye.
Hey, squirrel friend! When one video ends, just open up another one. It's called binge viewing. Go ahead. I support you.